Hello, I'm Steve Emery for Tifton Community School District. We're interviewing, doing a post-observation with Amanda Volbrecht. She is a middle school special education teacher. Today's November 14th. Her observation was yesterday on the 13th. Hello.
Hello.
As you reflect on the lesson, to what extent were students productively engaged?
Both of my students were productively engaged. I actually had one sick yesterday, as you saw, so it ended up only being 2 students, and we were one-on-one. So there was one working with me on this side and one on this side, and they did a good job of, they didn't really have a chance to disengage because there was
Right.
only 3 of us in the room, so
Yep.
they did a good job of staying with me.
Did the students learn what you intended for them to learn?
They did learn what I intended them to learn. I do, however, think that we are not done learning that. There was the girl I had, she has the skills if I'm working with her, but she is just not independent yet. The boy I was working with also needs some more work on math vocabulary in order to be able to solve some of the problems you were asking.
Did you need to alter your goals or instructional plan as the lesson went on?
I did not alter it. I did offer more support than I had intended on offering. I had intended on the 2 boys working together at the end to show me if they had knowledge of what I was asking them to do, but since one was gone, I then had to do it with him, which then I supported more than I initially had planned. I had planned on the girl independently completing the last one. That did not quite happen. I had to support her a little bit more than I had anticipated.
If you had the opportunity to teach the lesson again to the same group of students, what would you do differently?
For the girl, I would offer more practice differently. I think she gets caught up in the language and what it's asking. I would offer less computation kind of questions rather than having them be word problem types. She gets stuck on the words and what it's asking her to do. So that's actually what we're going to do today when I work with her. For the boy, he just needs repetition. He needs to continue working, so we just need to keep pushing along.
All right. List the Iowa teacher standards that were related to this lesson.
We did standard 4, which is use a strategy to deliver instruction that meets the multiple learning needs of students.
All right. And then for my class, we actually do an acronym called ORID, which is objective, reflective, interpretive, and decisional. So I'd like to ask you a question for each of those. From objective, what specific student behaviors did you observe?
My young man got mad. He started to get worked up at one point when he did not know the answers. So we talked about slowing down and relaxing and doing that. 1 minute, Isabel.
And under reflective, what concerns or pleases you about the students' work?
They both tried really hard. I thought they both were engaged. They both stayed with me. The one tried problems that were hard for her and she kept trying them and doing them, so I thought I was really pleased at that.
From interpretive, what does the students' work tell you about their level of understanding?
What I saw yesterday is that we need to keep working. We need to keep working on those strategies. We're going to not move on from that, but continue it even farther and just repetition, more and more repetition.
And decisional, what are your proposed goals or next steps, and how will you prioritize them?
I know next week we have to do a probe to see if they have understanding, so today and the rest of the start of next week, we're going to continue to practice those skills because I know they're on there. We need to practice them until they are to the end of